told you that you couldn't do it cause you're washed up. Ain't like them bad girls said you should get your sauce up. But I got this plan and you might not understand. I'ma go hard as I can, and I'm gonna be the boss of it. And just watch me do this, put no limits, only swag on it. Walk right up to the front where I belong and brag on it. Go to the top, I'ma give it all I got. Might take a lot, but we ain't gonna ever stop. I do believe I'm something special, can't take that from me. So you can say what you want, I go harder, stronger, be who I'm supposed to be. Cause I'm unstoppable, I get all the way in it. That's the way I was made, and I'm up on my business. Cause I'm unstoppable, ain't no hoping and wishing. Say a prayer, catch a wave, then I go out and get it. Cause I can be what I want, try it if I want. Powered by the king, and he won't let me fall. Cause I'm unstoppable, nah, 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 he won't let me fall. No, 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 cause I'm unstoppable. I dream about it, I go get it, that's how I do it. Not in the stars, I'm not lucky, I just pray through it. Fall on my face and I might make mistakes, but I don't let it break me, cause I'm still on my way. I do believe I'm something special, can't take that from me. So you can say what you want, I go harder, stronger, be who I'm supposed to be. Cause I'm unstoppable, I get all the way in it. That's the way I was made, and I'm up on my business. Cause I'm unstoppable, ain't no hoping and wishing. Say a prayer, catch a wave, then I go out and get it. Cause I can be what I want, try it if I want. Powered by the king, and he won't let me fall. Cause I'm unstoppable, nah, 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 he won't let me fall. No, 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 cause I'm unstoppable. Come what may, I rest in his safety. Winds may blow, waves won't overtake me. Tears in my eyes, but I'm still gonna survive. Cause he's incredible, he's powerful, and I will rise from the bottom cause he's inside. Cause I'm unstoppable, I get all the way in it. That's the way I was made, and I'm up on my business. Cause I'm unstoppable, ain't no hoping and wishing. Say a prayer, catch a wave, then I go out and get it. Cause I can be what I want, try it if I want. Powered by the king, and he won't let me go. Cause I'm unstoppable, nah, 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 he won't let me fall. No, 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 cause I'm unstoppable. Nah, nah, nah,
Hey, it's the Alberts. Welcome back to the BaeSic.
back to the basics.
Hi, good afternoon. This is another edition of Back to the Basic, and it's the women's panel. And I am glad to have y'all join me on tonight. This is Janice, and my topic on tonight, for my theme for overall is we can do better. But on tonight, we're going to be talking about what women want. So we ask you to like, share, comment, share it with somebody. I can see your comments when you comment. If you have a question, you can ask me on. If you want to, if you know me personally, want to ask a question, you can text me and hopefully I'll see it. But we're gonna get right in it on tonight. First of all, I always do a segment called "Get Get It Off My Chest." So on tonight, what I want to talk about on tonight, before I get into the topic of what women want. So hopefully by that time, the women that actually want to know what women want and agree or to disagree, and for men that are listening, they'll be able to be on by that time. But first, I want to give a shout out to the mothers on tonight. So many times we do broadcasts, and all of our broadcasts are to help people, to inspire couples, to inspire the wife as well as the husband, to do better in their marriage, but also for the whole family dynamics, because without the family, there is no community, there's no church. Family is what makes the world go round, or what makes the world go round. So on tonight, I wanted to instead of telling mothers what they should and should not do, there are so many mothers on tonight that are trying their best and doing their best and all they can with their children or child. And sometimes they don't get to hear that. So on tonight, I will be the inspiration for you to tell you, I'm proud of you. Continue to do good work. And I'm gonna start off by saying I looked everywhere, um, for facetious like, because there is no book for a perfect parent, and there is no book for a perfect mother. So I always try to tell parents or encourage women as a whole that you do the best you can when you are a mother. When you have a good mother, everything she does is to the best of her ability. There is no perfect mother and there is not a perfect child. So for when I want to reflect on this at first, because I want young people to understand, and even older people, because sometimes the one now that are getting older are going back saying, well, mama, I didn't have a good parent, or I didn't have this or that. But sometimes they only use the tools that they were given, that they only knew about. So there is no perfect way to raise a child. But when a parent is doing their best they can, that's all that really that we can require of them, is to be what they are to be to their child. I encourage the women that are nurturing and loving their kids to continue to nurture and love your kids. If you don't love them, don't expect anybody else to, because that's just how the world is today. I've said this on many other broadcasts and with one of the other viewers. We had this Mother Cook. She was said, nobody is gonna love your child like you love your child, and that's to a certain degree. We know there, it can go this way, it can go that way, but we're just figuratively speaking tonight. Mothers, love your children, and I'm applauding all the mothers that love their children, that are putting in the grind, that are helping with the schoolwork, helping with the extracurricular activities, washing the clothes, cooking, making sure they're fed, making sure, they have presentable shoes or whatever to wear to school, or just the necessary things in life. And then I applaud the mothers also that can, when I say you don't have friends, you're not a friend to your child, I'm saying don't have a friendship with your child that will cause them to lose respect for you. Because there are some mothers that are very close to their daughters or their sons, but continue to have that relationship where they will have respect for you. And I encourage the mothers that have the tiny babies, they won't be babies long. I had 6 kids and my baby is 22. So they won't be baby loans. Although when you're going through the fire, it seems like they're never going to grow up. You always got to buy milk. You got to do this. You need to do that. But it's so rewarding when they get up and you can see what you have allowed to grow and be successful in the world. They won't be babies long. And people, and then I know when you're having babies or they are small and people say that to you, you be like, yeah, right, sure. Because I was one of those one too. But they won't be babies long. They'll grow up. And if you keep nurturing them, they're gonna grow up to be an asset to society and not a liability. And that will prove better for you too. Because if they're an asset, they're gonna help mommy and daddy also. Give them and I want to tell other parents too, we have a wide range of audience. So I'm not saying everybody on here is poor. So I'm gonna say to the less fortunate and the rich, if you less fortunate, don't be offended that you can't provide the material things for your children, because that stuff will fade. I'm telling you. Children will remember the simple things that you did with them, the time you took out with them. And on the other side, if you can afford all the materialistic things, you're providing all of that in no time. It's the same whammy you get as to feeling bad about not being able to provide. Sometimes we can overindulge even if we can afford it. All I'm encouraging the parents, the ladies, those that spend time with their children, you are doing the best thing. And then we have some parents that maybe have children that are struggling with children with disabilities. um, I was blessed that none of my kids had severe disabilities where I've had to take care of them. But there are some mothers like that, and I applaud you too. My hats are off to you also. And you know why? Because God knew that you could handle it. Some people can't handle it. So I just wanted to applaud the parents on tonight that love their children. Um, that, when we love our kids, we make them better people, and then we make a better community and a better society. When we have that breakdown, that's when things can go awry. So I'm encouraging the mothers to continue to press on. I applaud you. Keep up the good work. Love your children. See about them. Don't just throw them to the wolves. And on the other, and I did forget one thing that I wanted to say. Um, don't put your children, it's like two ways. If you're married, of course your husband is there first and you're going to spend time with your kids. But if you're not married, don't allow a man to come in between you and your children. Whatever you do, don't allow to your children will not be babies long, they will not be little long. And don't feel like that life is passing you by. Sometimes we make choices and we have to deal with those consequences. So later on, once they're up, then maybe we can make some of those decisions, or have that significant others that's not, maybe not good for us at that particular time, because we have children. So on tonight, I just encourage all the parents to love your kids, the mothers to love your kids, and to keep up the good work, because there are some of us that are, I won't say struggling, but we love our kids and we are determined to see that they make it and be successful. So that's who I'm talking to tonight. Those that love your kids, want to see them make it, and going to see that they make it. So now that I got that off my chest, we're going to talk about what women want. Okay, I meant to get the date. A couple of weeks ago, my husband did a segment on what men want, and he had his tea glass. I didn't have any tea, so, but he had his tea glass sipping, saying he's giving the women a little tea of what men want. So on tonight, I'm taking it from a different perspective. Just bear with me. I'm talking, but I don't know who I'm talking to, but there is a TV show that comes on, and I love that show. And I'm not gonna call the name of it. I don't know whether I can or not, so I'm just not gonna call the name of the show. But they have a basket. If you can see here, I have a basket. When you come on the show, you have four chefs, and it's a basket put before them. And once that basket is put before them, you open the basket up, and all the ingredients that are in the basket will make a dessert, an entree, and an appetizer. Well, appetizer, entree, and a dessert. And sometimes when you look in the basket, you'll be like, they'll have grapes, chicken feet, corn something, and eel tails, and you'll be like, oh my God, what can they make with that? Like, I'm interesting to see what is going to come out of this basket. And sometimes when they're getting the basket, they'll taste it when they're getting ready to cook it, and they'll go, let's see, this is tangy. So let's see whether what I can do with this, what I can add to this. But on the other hand, these are the main ingredients, and they have a kitchen that's fully equipped. They can go back and get all their spices. So on tonight, this is what I'm doing. I have a basket here, and these are not my sayings, all, but I do agree with them. I had got a group of ladies and asked them to send me what women want in a man, in a husband. So they're in no particular order, But these are my ingredients on tonight. So bear with me. I'm not going to be long because I know some of y'all got to get ready for church on tomorrow. So we're going to do this expediently. And it says, the first one I pulled out, it says, I can trust because your word has weight and value. This is what a woman want in a man, somebody that she can trust because her word has weight and value. And then I had another one says, handle my feelings with care. Sometimes men don't understand. Yes, we know that you are the head, but I do have feelings. You can't just run over my feelings just because you're the head. So that's what I believe they're saying. Handling my feelings with care. Now we're cooking here now. Put God first and somebody that pray with them and have Bible study. So they want you to, well, they want a man that gonna put God first. So if you got any men out there listening, and let me say this right here now. What you can do is if you're a young lady and you're wanting to find out whether your man have any of these qualities that we are talking about on tonight, I suggest maybe you should save this broadcast, and maybe one day when he comes over or y'all are out and you have TV time, then maybe you could just play this clip back to the basics. And if he start arguing about some of the things that we are talking about on tonight, then that means that he's not ready for that or he don't want to do that. And then you could just scratch that off your list. So that's a tip from me because you wouldn't know what he wants. Sometimes I tell people, I say, when you're engaged or getting married, you will agree with everything. You will agree with everything. If he said, baby, we can walk to the moon, you're gonna believe y'all can walk to the moon. And then as soon as you get married and things start happening um, the wrong way, then you realize this is not what I wanted. So let's go back to my basket. One of the ladies told me, makes me smile by just looking at me. And I must say, after 30 something years of marriage, that's what my husband does for me. Um, and I try not to look at him if we in church or somewhere because he does make me smile. And we're not smiling because it's something we're thinking about. We're just smiling because we love each other. So that's a good quality. Um, and a couple of these, we had it repetitive. And one of them was protection and a provider. So if you are a man, a woman wants somebody that's going to protect her, and they also going to want somebody that's going to provide. Um, when a woman, sometimes I don't care how some women have loud, loosey mouth. It doesn't, say they're stern and they're strong. But when everything boils down to it, a woman, a true woman, really wants somebody that's going to protect her and have her in their best interest. We can't say enough about provider because a woman just want a man that's going to provide. Now, what level of providing, then you have to figure that part out because some women just want this recipe where they can go back on the shelf and they can help with providing for the family. Or sometimes they can, put a little spice to him and he'll be the provider that they want. Okay, let me get another one out here. And this was when I put them all together because most of the women that I asked, they want somebody that is committed, honest, a man of his word, and dependable. So if you out there lying to these women, women don't want you. When a woman get ready to get married, she really want a man that is committed to her, a man of his word, honest and dependable. So, gentlemen, think about it. If you got a little problem with that tongue and not telling the truth, then just leave the women alone or leave that woman alone. I have another ingredient out of the basket. Can take care of the household if I choose not to work. Hardworking, and God is the head of his life. So Christianity is a big part. Most women on here talked about being able to study with them in the Bible, and the head of the house, and loving you as they love God. So marriage is holy, and happiness, friendship, and companion. They want to be happy. Now, ladies, I will tell y'all, some of y'all want happiness and friendship and companion. You're going to have to do something too, because sometimes you can have it. And if you're not happy, then they're not happy. So these are all the things what a woman wants. They want somebody that they could love, trust, and security. And that kind of goes back with commitment, dependable. What was another one I saw? Probably was another one in there. A provider, a protector for security. They want somebody that they can feel. Most women, men, I'm gonna let you know, most women, if you're honest with them, they can handle it. They can handle whatever comes your way as a couple. They want, this lady here told me they want somebody with strength in character. And one lady said she wanted a lover. And I thank God for her being honest, because most women, I said, well, most Christian women think that well, I don't get married for love. I want a prayer partner. You can pray with anybody at any time without getting married. So she said she wanted a lover. Love my children or child and love them as their own. Love me fully and is a listener. And that's, sometimes men can be a big problem for you all. You don't like to listen to your wives, whether they're right or wrong. And I'm not bashing the women tonight either, but a listener, sometimes our presentation has to be something that they would want to listen to. Okay, ladies? So this lady told me to love my child or children and love them as their own, love me fully, and a listener. I have a couple more here. A healthy relationship with his family, parents, and siblings. And some people think that that's not a problem. Some people feel like, well, I'll just marry him and I don't have to deal with the parents and the siblings. And some men say, well, I'll just marry her and we'll just stay away. Some women love the relationship with a mother or the siblings. But if you have a healthy relationship with your siblings and parents, and of course, it's going to trickle down to you, because if you have kids, your kids going to want to see their uncles and aunt. So this person said they want a healthy relationship, want him to have a healthy relationship with his family. So, means if you don't have a healthy relationship with your family, this is one tool that is vitally important to a good bit of women. Um, let's see, I only have a couple more here. And I hate to say this, but hold on for a minute. Okay, this is the first time for that, but I'm back. Okay, this one says hold himself accountable. If he fails, take responsibility for it. If for some reason a man can't keep his promise, and I hope some men are listening, or he can't fulfill his commitment, let him. A woman will feel better if you take responsibility and don't make excuses and seek, ways to amend what was done wrong. That's a that's holding yourself accountable. If something happens and then you blame it on your wife, well, maybe you should have reminded me, or maybe this or that. Women want a man that can hold himself accountable. And then when things go away, to not make excuses. Don't make excuses. Just amend it. Say, honey, we'll do it. Honey, I done wrong. We'll do it. we'll get it done or I'll get it done. And another one says, speaks truth and do not try to deceive, mislead, or lie to me or others. Now that's saying a lot, speaking the truth. When you tell when you're seeking me out, when you're seeking me out as a woman, I don't want you lying to me about you got this, you have that, and you don't have it. I think that's where some of the marriages fail at. Just be honest with your significant other. Well, your to be wife or the woman that you're looking to marry. Or even we can take these two also, even for married people, even some husband. If you speak the truth to your wife, don't try to deceive or mislead her. That's the worst thing you could do. Then you wonder why your marriage is breaking down. Don't try to um deceive her. When you set goals, be realistic about it and have realistic expectations. And make it a step towards, and with you being honest to her, that'll help you with your step towards your personal growth. And then when you're being honest with me, it helps in sharing our responsibilities together. Because if you're honest with me, I'm going to support you as a wife. um when you don't be honest, some is that leads to you suppressing the information that could lead to stress, anxiety, mental challenges. You're trying to keep it from your wives. So I'm gonna tell the wives, um, be a listening ear. One of the ladies said they want somebody to listen. Are you willing to listen when he do tell you the truth or he tell you these things? Because not listening to him will make him not to be honest too a lot of time. And it when you got a husband that's honest, then he promotes unity among the whole family, because a woman can back you then. If you continue to mislead me or mislead your wife, then she can't present you to the children as this strong man, as this honest man, as you deceiving us to be. And my last one is consistent in action. It does not mean, and I'm assuming, consistent in action. It doesn't mean that you don't give a man no time for growth and to change his mind, because then you're not allowing your family to grow. But women want a man that is consistent in his actions, not saying one thing and doing another. I don't want to have to worry about going, if our light bill is due on the 14th, I don't want to have to keep reminding him or wondering whether I get home. And I'm just using light bill, wondering whether when I get home, because I'm getting home late on the 11th, do we have lights? Or he said he's going to take care of this or he's going to take care of that, being the head of the house. So a woman always want a man that's consistent in his actions. So I can tell that the women pretty much know what they want, because when my husband was talking, we didn't get a lot of, well, I didn't see, I was talking on it, a lot of guys talking back that what they want in a woman. So these are, and I'm just going to run right back through them in case somebody didn't hear them. And then after this, we're going to have a battle of the sexes. So my husband and I come on, and we're going to have a group of people to come on, and we're going to discuss these into more details. A woman, what a woman wants. She wants a man that will speak the truth and do not try to deceive or mislead her or lie to her and others. A healthy relationship with his family, parents, and siblings. Love my child or children. Love me, love them as their own. Love me fully. He's a listener. Strength in character. A lover. Protector. Provider. Put God first and pray for them and the Bible. He holds himself accountable. If he fails, he take responsibility for it. Handle my feelings with care, love, trust, and security. Makes me smile by just looking at me. Commitment, a man of his word, honest and dependable. Happiness, friend, and companion. Can take care of the household if I choose not to work. Hard worker, God is the head of his life. I can trust him because your word has weight in value and consistent in his actions. So on tonight, all those that are listening, and for somebody that's seeking a wife, this is pretty much what a woman wants. And I meant to when I tally up my surveys, most of the women's, it was repetitive that they wanted somebody honest and dependable. Those were and a provider. They wanted somebody honest, dependable, and a provider. And I would say to the ladies on tonight, if this what you want, don't veer from it. Keep focused. Don't back down off what you desire. And if he have it, you can reach back in the cabinet and get some spices that you bring along with your marriage, and you can blossom it into a beautiful marriage. But when we compromise and take down to just sing that, to say that we want to get married, or we just take the first thing coming, that's when we can mess up. So I was going to bring up the topics that my husband, his survey said, of what a man wanted. But on tonight, I'm just doing what a woman wants, so we can come back and we can have the battles of the sexes. So on tonight, I hope I didn't ramble a lot. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to encourage the mothers, continue to love your children, to do good. You're doing a good job. It may seem dark, it may seem long, but as we stated before, they won't be babies long. And for what a man wants and what a woman wants, we will see you again. I can't say the date when we're going to have it, but we will have the battle of the sexes, and we will discuss these topics on what a man wants and what a woman wants. And that will be the end of the broadcast. And I do have one announcement. I would like for you to join me on Monday night at 7:30. We will have a domestic violence broadcast. October the 30th, I will have my daughter-in-law, attorney Kate Hampton, as my special guest. So I'm asking you if you, I think it's a needful topic. And if you are not busy, I will ask that you come and join us on Monday night at 7:30 for a domestic violence broadcast. So as my husband always would say, on back on Eating the Roll, we ask that you stay beautiful, powerful, blessed, and walk forgiven.
Are you for sure? Who you love? Are you for sure? Who do you love? Who you love? Are you for sure? You caught my attention, but why rescue my destruction in time?